Hello everyone, right now is April 12th, 2019, around 10:30 p.m. here in New York City. In this video, we're going to be using a professional and proprietary trading system, Pendragon 321, to analyze the following stocks: Amazon, Netflix, Alphabet, which is Google, and Chipotle Mexican Grill, and 3 times triple long crude oil ETN. All right, let's get right to it. So the first stock we're going to look at is Amazon. So Pendragon 321, it's named for its 3 lines, 2 sets of trading signal, and 1 indicator. So the 3 lines here, we also look at 3 different time frames. The monthly time frame is all the way on the right, denoted by this letter M right here. And the weekly time frame is in the middle, denoted by W. And the last one all the way on the left, we have the daily time frame. So right now we're looking at Amazon stock. First thing we're going to look at every time when we pull up any stock is to see if the current price is above the 3 lines or below the 3 lines, or they are somewhere in the middle. So clearly we can see Amazon right now on all 3 time frames, the price is above all 3 lines. What that means is that there's very high chance, or if the market wants to go up strongly, it could launch from this level. Conversely, if the price is trading below all 3 lines, that means usually the big drops happen from those circumstances. So another thing we want to pay attention to is on the monthly chart, we see a blue dot right here. Okay, I'm going to label this letter A. This blue dot is a confirmed long signal for Amazon. So basically, as of March, we have a confirmed long signal in Amazon. That means the right now on a long-term basis, it's bullish. And what's also more interesting is that if we look at a weekly chart, as of the end of this trading week, because right now I'm recording this at 10:30 at night, so the trading week has finished. Right now we have a blue cross. Blue cross is long. It's an indicator for long uptrend. It's an uptrend. Okay, that is different from the blue dot right here. The blue dot is a confirmed long signal. All right, a blue cross is an indicator of an uptrend. Now, just because you have an uptrend does not necessarily mean that you have to chase the market and get long. As we know, a lot of times when there's an uptrend, the market can pull back soon after that. So we don't want to be chasing the high. Okay, but this is an indicator that even right now on the weekly time frame now, Amazon is entering the uptrend. So on a daily chart, a while back, we also have this blue dot right here that confirm label as letter B. That denotes a long signal. So right now on all 3 time frames, Amazon right now is entering a uptrend. So in this case, okay, all these numbers right now, since they're below the price, they're gonna serve as potential support level. Okay, so you guys can write down these numbers. So if the price went below, if right now price did correct, these are the most likely support levels. And if you're looking to go long, this could be a possible, if you missed the first time, there could be a possible place to get in. Or if you already have existing position, these are the place for you to possibly get long. Okay, so that's Amazon. Now, the next stock we're going to look at is Netflix. Okay, now Netflix is similar to Amazon, except in one aspect. Let me just make the numbers break them out easily, more readable, because they're too close here. Everybody see the numbers on the monthly chart. So again, first of all, we're gonna see if the price is above the 3 lines or below the 3 lines. So right now you can see on the monthly chart and the weekly chart, the price are above the 3 lines. So, and also similar to Amazon before, we do have a weekly confirmed long signal. But this one's a few months back. So this is actually back in January. Okay, as of January, Netflix on the monthly chart already gave a confirmed long signal. Right now, on the weekly chart, we also enter a uptrend a few weeks back, right here. Okay, and what's interesting that if you guys look at this, let me enlarge this chart right here. So we're looking at weekly chart here now. You guys see how the low for the week actually barely touched the green line. The green line, the value is at 350.1. Let's see what the low was the week. Last week was 349.36. Okay, the price telling us is 350.1 and the low was 349.36. The difference of 0.74. So now on the weekly chart, this green line, this green number right here, 350-ish level or 349-ish, give or take, that could be our first possible support. Okay, that's on the weekly chart. And if you go to the daily chart, right now, it obviously dropped below the green line, and it dropped slightly below the pink one. Okay, and we'll see how it react, because right now it might be a support on the green line, on the green number on the weekly chart. So unlike the Amazon chart we saw before, where the market is not really correcting just yet, right now on Netflix, okay, it looks like it's correcting. Okay, so we're gonna watch how they react on this price level. If it cannot really go below this 350, 349 level substantially, okay, this is a potential long level. From this level, it can go long, because if you drop below this, the next level is gonna go to. Okay, look at this. On the daily chart, we had this 332.41, and on the weekly chart, we have 331.56. Do you guys see how close these two numbers really are? So practically, since we have from the two different time frames, they pretty much indicate a similar price level. That's going to be a next, since you have two time frames indicate similar numbers. So that's going to be potentially a very strong support, okay, for Netflix if it does go down. Now, if we look further on the weekly chart, there's 316.2. Okay, if you look at the monthly chart, we had two numbers very close. That's 317.86, 315.96, and then you got on the weekly chart, you got 316.2 in the middle. So now you have three numbers now. So if Netflix, basically now we have two strong possible support right here. First is around the 331 to 332 level. The next one is between the 316 to 317 ish. Okay. So that's Netflix. That's the thing you want to look at. But bear in mind, these are by and large, they're still in the uptrend. Okay. So the next stock we're going to be looking at, Google or Alphabet. And Google is actually acting very similar to Amazon. Again, on all three time frames, they are on the uptrend. Okay. And also the price charts are above the three lines. So doesn't mean you're gonna chase it. If you chase it, you can chase it. You just have to be very nimble, okay? And these numbers are gonna be your possible support levels, okay? So the logic is pretty much the same as we saw before in Amazon. So I'm not gonna go repeat it here, okay? Because the logic's similar. You just have to check down the different price levels right here. Next thing we're gonna look at is Chipotle, CMG, Mexican Grill. Wow, this stock's been going quite strongly over the last few months. So this is again, this is just demonstrate very beautifully what I said before, right? When I started, when the price is above all three lines, big moves happen from happens from there. If you look at right around here, that's around February, sometime in February. Okay, even on a monthly basis, Chipotle, the price, traded above all the price lines. So that means there's no more potential resistance up there. Okay, and it's so on the weekly chart as well. From right here, right? And the daily chart, we had to go back even further. Higher. Do you guys see how all the big up move is really launched? when the stock broke above all three lines, and more time frame that confirms such a pattern, then more likely the move is going to be great. All right. So right now again, and you know, we have all these potential support numbers right here, so you guys can jot them down. Let me just you're watching this on a YouTube video, you can always pause the video and jot down these numbers. So far, I know we've been in this very strong bull market, so the logic is similar, okay, as with you know, previous stocks like Amazon, you know, and Google. All right. Finally, we're gonna be looking at QWT. This is a little bit different now. This is actually a triple leverage long crude oil ETN. So that means it's ETN, exchange traded notes, designed to long crude oil. So when the crude oil goes up, this thing on a daily basis, they try to aim for 3 times what the regular crude oil, you know, would be doing. And this is a little bit interesting now. Since this is a crude oil's energy complex, it's very different from the first and the previous individual stocks that we looked at. First of all, I want to draw your attention to the monthly chart. We simply don't have enough data, you know, for this ETN for us to generate any price lines, you know, on the monthly chart. But that's okay. At least on our so on the 321, the 3 lines, we don't have any lines. But the two sets of trading signal, at least we have a confirmed long signal. Everybody see it right here. So also started in February, okay, there's a confirmed long signal on the monthly chart. So it seems that so far all the stock that we examine, when you enter February, that's really when we had this confirmed long signal for many different product and complexes. And the next thing you want to look at now on the weekly chart is actually being quite strong. It broke through. Okay, right now when we have a pink dot, it's actually confirmed short signal. So you guys see how all these 3 short signal got invalidated because they just keep making higher high. In fact, usually when you short something, you want to see lower highs. So when the very first short signal got taken out right here in point A, when you had the second one that appear right here, and instead this is actually a higher high on a downtrend, on a lower you know, on a short signal kind of thing, you got to be very careful because this is not normally how a downtrend would behave. So what you can do is, if you really want to, yeah, you can try to short it, but I wouldn't suggest I would suggest you don't short with your normal size. You actually scale down and be ever vigilant because this thing is telling you that the market is quite strong. Okay, and be ready to turn on a dime. Maybe even go from short to a long position. In fact, if you look at it, lines right here, weekly chart, you see how it did go down a little bit from level B. It went down for a couple weeks. It touched the green line right here. Okay, and then it went higher. So right now, based on this indicator right now, it seems like this ETF wants to try to go to 23.82. Okay, this next resistance level right here. On the daily chart, we're looking at the daily chart now. Everybody see how they touched the pink line so well? Right over here, this a few times, it touched the pink line so well, and it just kept on going higher and higher. And later on, as it broke solidly broke above the green line, it touched the green line right here. These are the support nicely, and here is the green and the pink line since they're so close together. And then when you arrive right here, let me make the chart even bigger so it's easier for you guys to see. In fact, let me label these guys label point C right here. You guys see how these 2 instances right here and right here, they want to touch the green line, but they didn't quite touch it. So what is that telling me? That's telling me that if you can't even go to the natural support price level, which are what these lines are telling you, because these lines can also think of them as magnets, you know, they attract price to it. It really wants to go down to attract them to those levels. It can't. What that tells me is that the stock is really strong. And look what happened. It did a very nice clean up move, and in one shot, it even took out the purple line right up there. And what did we say before about these price line being like magnets, right? So for the past week, it's really is hovering and try to it did touch the purple line right here, because this acts like a very strong support level right there. I mean resistance level right there. Now it become a support level. So it's attracting that. So it's very clear that what's going on right here, right now, in its own way, on the daily time frame anyway, we have a little bit of consolidation right here. But ultimately, I think it's gonna try to touch the 2382. Okay, so let's see if that's indeed the case. So, okay, right now we just finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stocks and ETN together. So that pretty much concludes this video. And if you guys like this video or have any comment, you can always leave your comments in this video below. Or if you have any question, you want to contact me privately, this is my email address, panlong321@outlook.com. All right, take care, trading with discipline, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.